Imagine this: a powerful, muscular dog with the body of an athlete and the face of a true pit bull is walking toward you. Your breath catches. You instinctively pull your child close and cross to the other side of the street. And the dog? It happily wags its tail, gently nudges its owner's knee with its nose, and gazes up at him with adoration. Meet the Praiter, a breed that looks like a pit bull but behaves like a golden retriever. Sounds like fiction? No, it's a reality created by the hands of one remarkably determined Russian woman. At one of Moscow's dog shows in Sokolniki Park, a telling incident took place. A fight broke out in the ring. Several dogs became entangled with each other. The American pit bull terriers in another part of the hall instantly went berserk. They strained at their leashes, yelped, and lunged for the brawl. And what did the Praiters do? They lay calmly in their crates without so much as a flick of the ear. Pure Zen. As if they were surrounded by the silence of a Tibetan monastery, not a dogfight. Some pit bull, just a different one. And today we're going to tell you absolutely everything about this remarkable dog. The breed's origin story. To understand the Praiter, you first need to understand where it came from. And it came from, strange as it may seem, not from America or England, but from St. Petersburg. That's right. Russia's cultural capital has given the world not only the Hermitage and the White Knights, but also a unique dog breed. In the late 1990s, St. Petersburg canine expert and judge Irina Anatolievna Kainonen, an experienced breeder of pit bulls and Staffordshire Terriers, encountered a problem familiar to every owner of bull-type dogs. Her first pits, Biaka and Kokos, were wonderful at home, affectionate, loyal, intelligent. But outside, the nightmare began. Every walk turned into a special operation. All dog owners gave you a wide berth. You walked like a pariah. Kokos was love at first sight. Beautiful, striking, phenotypically perfect pit. But the moment another dog appeared on the horizon, a centuries-old program kicked in. Dead game. Fight to the last breath. It was then that Irina Anatolievna had a dream. What if you could take everything best about the pit bull? Its health, athleticism, devotion to people, beautiful conformation, but remove the breed's inter-animal aggression, so that you could calmly walk such a dog in the company of other four-legged companions, just like a Labrador or a Beagle. It was an audacious idea. In essence, to create a new breed from scratch. Show-class pit bulls were taken as the foundation, the so-called cold pits, meaning dogs without pronounced game drive. Their bloodlines make up about 80% of the breed. American Staffordshire Terriers were also incorporated. But two related breeds were not enough. It was necessary to expand the gene pool and add other qualities. Irina then turned her attention to hunting dogs, Weimaraners and German short-haired pointers. Why hunting dogs specifically? The logic is simple. They are healthy, short-coated, and, crucially, not working service dogs. Introducing the blood of a Doberman or Rottweiler could have reintroduced human aggression, which would have completely defeated the purpose of a companion dog. The hunting breeds contributed elegant conformation and excellent health. A dog capable of running dozens of miles on a hunt should by definition have no problems with its heart or joints. For bone structure and power, the blood of the Presa Canario was added, a large, calm, and good-natured molosser. The first male of this breed had just been brought to St. Petersburg, fawn-colored, with a black mask, unflappable as a rock. A drop of Great Dane blood was also mixed in, though it had to be quickly removed from the program because it produced litters with an excessively tall height that couldn't be corrected even after 3 generations. Imagine a pit bull the size of a Great Dane, not quite what was intended. Selection was rigorous. Irina Anatolievna culled not only on conformation, but also on temperament. All aggressive, fearful, or unstable individuals were ruthlessly eliminated. No compromises. More than 25 years of painstaking work, and the result exceeded all expectations. In 2012, the breed was officially patented at the Ministry of Agriculture of the Russian Federation and entered into the State Register of Selection Achievements. In 2015, Praiters were recognized by the International Cynological Union, IKU. The following year, they were registered by the Victoria Life Club, the WCHSA representative in Russia. And in 2018, recognition came from across the ocean. The American Bully Kennel Club included Praiters in its registry. The major organizations, the FCI and the RKF, have yet to give the green light. The reason is mundane. The population is not yet sufficiently uniform or numerous enough. But for a young breed, this is a normal path. Temperament and family behavior. Now, the best part. The very reason for which this entire 25-year endeavor was undertaken, the Praiter's character. Do you know what the breed's creator herself says? About 90% of Praiters are managed by voice alone. No prong collar needed, no leash corrections, no repeating commands. Say it once and the dog will comply. For owners of classic pit bulls, this sounds like a fairy tale, but it is a reality, refined through generations of selective breeding. The Praiter is a dog that lives for its human, not for prey, not for fighting, not for territory, for you. It bonds equally with all members of the family and plays no favorites. When the family is home, the Praiter is happy. When you call it out for a walk, it switches instantly into Energizer mode, running, jumping, catching balls, hanging from ropes. And 10 minutes after returning home, it's back lying at your feet like a warm pillow, calmly watching a TV series with you. The switch from rocket mode to armchair philosopher mode happens in an instant. Children deserve special mention. The Praiter adores little ones, not merely tolerates them, it genuinely adores them. It's ready to spend hours playing with a child, running around, pretending to be a cuddle pillow. Clumsy childhood affections, an ear tugged here, a tail pulled there, are received with philosophical calm and even enthusiasm. The Praiter is that nanny dog from the good old films. The picture with other animals is equally impressive. The Praiter has no inter-animal aggression, no prey drive, no struggle for dominance. It gets along beautifully with other dogs, cats, birds, and even rodents. Let me remind you, we're talking about a dog in whose veins flows 80% pit bull blood, the very pit bull that was historically bred to kill its own kind. What Irina Kainonen has managed to achieve is, in essence, a genetic revolution. Does this mean the Praiter is a coward? Absolutely not. If the situation demands it, it will step up to defend the family without hesitation. The breed's creator emphasizes, the Praiter is a gentle and caring nanny, but when necessary, it will handle the protection of all household members perfectly well. It simply will not start a fight first, but it won't let itself be pushed around either. Towards strangers, the Praiter is even-tempered, without excessive suspicion. It won't rush up to lick every passerby, but it won't growl without cause either. With proper socialization, this is the ideal urban dog, calm in a crowd, well-behaved at the dog park. Physical characteristics and health. Visually, the Praiter is a refined pit bull. Imagine the same powerful jaws, expressive musculature, athletic build, but everything slightly more elegant, slightly longer, slightly taller. If you stand a pit bull and a Praiter side by side, the difference is visible to the naked eye. The Praiter is larger, with more graceful proportions and a longer neck. Puppies, admittedly, are almost impossible to tell apart. Only the papers save you there. The numbers. Males stand about 23 inches at the withers and weigh roughly 70 pounds. Females are about 22 inches tall and weigh around 60 pounds. For comparison, the classic pit bull under the UKC standard stands about 20 inches and weighs roughly 45 pounds. A noticeable difference, you'd agree. The coat is short, glossy, and free of undercoat. It lies close to the body and highlights every muscle like a fitted t-shirt on a bodybuilder. Any color is acceptable except merle. Among the popular colors are blue, chocolate, Isabella, red/fawn, lilac, and tricolor. As for health, this is one of the breed's main trump cards. No hereditary diseases have been identified so far. The creator deliberately culled weak individuals, placing health at the very top of her priorities. Life expectancy is 12 to 15 years, which is very respectable for a dog of this size. Training and obedience. If you've ever owned a pit bull and spent half your life trying to teach it not to jump on guests and not to pull the leash until your shoulder dislocates, with the Praiter, you'll be moved to tears of joy. Training this breed is a genuine pleasure. The Praiter picks up commands on the fly, literally gazing up into its owner's eyes in anticipation of the next task. Even beginners and children can train it. Yes, children. The dog obeys a child just as willingly as an adult. This is a unique trait of the breed, absent in the vast majority of serious dogs. Sport. Welcome to the world of canine athletics and weight pulling. Sports that redefine what dogs are capable of and make the hearts of spectators beat in time with the powerful strike of canine paws. There is a special magic in weight pulling. Here, time seems to slow down. A strong, focused dog plants its paws in the ground. What is required of it is not merely to tug at a heavy load, but to move it from its spot through the force of its muscles and the force of its character. Here, it is not beauty standards that are valued, but character, endurance, and the will to work. The spectacle is captivating. You watch every sinew play beneath the coat, the gaze fixed on a single point, forward. And when a load weighing several thousand pounds, relative to the dog's own weight, starts to move, the audience lets out a gasp of astonishment. This is pure power, directed by the love of an owner. For the dog, after all, this is not merely hauling weights, it is carrying out a command for a beloved person, a trainer, a game in which it is ready to move mountains. Canine athletics is a place where dogs defy the laws of physics, where gravity is merely an annoying inconvenience. The broad jump, flight without wings. This is perhaps the most captivating spectacle. The dog accelerates, and at a certain moment, its body transforms into a perfectly outstretched arrow, suspended in the air. This is not merely a jump, it is a flight of its soul. The wall, an assault on the vertical. The most spectacular event, true parkour. The dog charges at a sheer vertical wall at tremendous speed, takes several steps up it. Yes, it genuinely runs up the vertical, and seizes with its teeth a lure fastened at the top. The power of the hindquarters and extraordinary coordination work a miracle. This develops all muscle groups, flexibility of mind and body. Such a workload is perfectly balanced. It doesn't destroy the joints, but strengthens them, teaching the body to work in different modes. For the owner, this is its own kind of addiction. You stop being merely a person on the other end of a leash. You become a trainer, a tactician, and a psychologist all in one. Breed comparisons. The Praiter is a young and still not widely known breed. To better understand what kind of animal this is, let's compare it with its closest relatives and competitors. American Pit Bull Terrier, Pit Bull. This is, in essence, the Praiter's father. Externally, They resemble each other like father and son, but their characters differ radically. The pit bull was historically bred for dogfighting, and many lines still retain pronounced inter-animal aggression and the famous game, the capacity to fight to the last breath, regardless of pain. The Praiter is larger, calmer, and more manageable. It has no game, no drive toward dominance, no inter-animal aggression. In essence, the Praiter is what many people wish a pit bull could be: powerful, beautiful, but safe. The pit bull is a racing car with no limiters. The Praiter is the same car, but fitted with an electronic stability system. American Staffordshire Terrier, Amstaff, another close relative. The Amstaff was created as the show version of the pit bull. It was recognized by the FCI and AKC. Its conformation was standardized, and its character was somewhat smoothed out. In terms of size, the Amstaff is closer to the pit bull, 18 inches, 55 pounds. It is friendlier than the pit, but can still display stubbornness and inter-animal aggression. The Praiter wins on manageability. Where the Amstaff requires a firm hand from an experienced handler, the Praiter obeys even a child. American Bully, yet another descendant of the pit bull, originating in the 1990s. The Bully is a pit bull crossed with bulldogs and Staffordshires to achieve the most stocky, wide, and glamorous possible conformation. In character, the Bully is calmer than the pit, but not as human-oriented as the Praiter. The Bully's health is a sore subject. Due to extreme selection for mass, many suffer from joint, respiratory, and cardiac problems. The Praiter wins here too. Irina Kainonen placed health first, not Instagrammable looks. And if the Bully is primarily a show dog, the Praiter is a true all-rounder: athlete, companion, and nanny. In closing, the Praiter is the answer to the age-old question: can pit bulls be gentle? They can. They just go by a different name. Behind the fearsome exterior of a fighter hides the most tender of souls. A dog that doesn't know what hatred of its own kind means, that is ready to mind your child, sit at your feet, and carry out any command at the first word. This is a breed for active people and large families. For those who always dreamed of a pit bull but feared its temperament. For those who want a powerful, beautiful, athletic dog, but without the risks. The Praiter is proof that love, science, and 25 years of dogged determination can work a miracle. Even from the most dangerous breed, you can raise an angel. The only thing you need to know is how. What do you think about Praiters? Have you heard of them before? Suggest breeds for future episodes, hit the like button if the video was useful, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new releases. Happiness to you and your four-legged companions.